Hi everyone, in this video we will learn about the conversions of unit, the nets of 3D solid, volume flow rate, and how to find the volume and the surface area of prism and cylinders.
Conversion of units. We will learn about the volume. Volume is a measure of the amount of space an object occupies, which enables us to quantify the capacity of the object. An object that occupies more space has a greater volume. Volume is measured using units such as milliliters, liters, cubic centimeters, and cubic meters. Now look at the staircase. This is cubic kilometer, cubic hectometer, cubic decameter, cubic meter, cubic decimeter, cubic centimeter, and cubic millimeter. For every step down the staircase, we multiply, and then for every step up the staircase, we divide. If you move one step, multiply or divide by 1,000. 2 steps, 1 million. 3 steps, 1 billion. 1 liter is equal to 1 cubic decimeter. 1 milliliter is equal to 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 1 cc. 1 cubic meter is equal to 1,000 liter. 1 liter is equal to 1,000 cubic cm. 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliter. So for example here, convert 2.75 cubic meter to cubic centimeter. Cubic meter to cubic centimeter. Step down. So we multiply. How many steps? 1, 2. So we multiply it by 1 million. .75 times 1 million. How many zeros are there? There are 6 zeros. Move to the right 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer is equal to 2,750,000 cubic cm. Next is convert 47.54 cubic cm to cubic dm. So we step up. We divide. How many steps? Only one. So divide by 1,000. So 47.54 divided by 1,000. How many zeros are there in 1,000? There are 3 zeros. So move 3 steps to the left. 1, 2, 3. So the answer is equal to 0.04754.
Here is another question. Express 5 cubic meter in cubic cm. Step down, 2 steps. So 5 times 1 million is equal to 5 million cubic cm. And then express 5 cubic meter in milliliter. 1 milliliter is equal to 1 cubic cm. So 5 cubic meters is equal to 5 million milliliters. Express 80,000 cubic cm in cubic meter. From cubic cm to cubic meter, step up. So we divide 80,000 divided by how many steps? From cubic cm to cubic meter. 1, 2. 2 steps. So divided by 1 million. $80,000 divided by 1 million. There are 6 zeros because divide. So we move to the left 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer is equal to 0.08. The left is express 80,000 cubic cm in liters. 1 liter is equal to 1 cubic cm. Cubic cm to cubic dm. Step up. So divide. How many steps? Just 1 step. So divided by 1,000. 80,000 divided by 1,000. There are 3 zeros. 3 steps to the left. 1, 2, 3. So the answer is equal to 80 liters.
Nets of 3D solids. A net is a two-dimensional shape that can be folded to make a three-dimensional shape. This is the net of a cube. There are 11 nets. So, for example, if this is the base of the cube, this will be the right side. This is the left side. This is the front. This is the top. And this is the back. A cuboid is similar to a cube, but some or all of its sides may be rectangular. As with the cube example before, any 3D shape can have multiple nets, not just one. But here are some 3D shapes with example of just one of their nets. So this is the nets of a cuboid. This is a square pyramid. There are 1 square and 4 triangles. Here is its net. Well, this is a triangular pyramid. There are 4 triangles. Here is its net. A triangular prism, there are 2 triangles and 3 rectangles. Here is its net. And this is a hexagonal prism with its net. All of the examples before have concentrated on flat-sided polygons. Curved shapes can have nets too. They are simpler to visualize and construct if the solid has at least one flat surface. Here are some examples. This is the nets of a cone. This is the curved surface, and this is the circle bottom. And then this is the nets of a cylinder. There are 2 circles and a rectangle. A sphere has no flat surfaces. It is a continuous curve.
A square has 4 equal sides. The area of a square equals any of its two sides multiplied together. So to find the area of a square is side times side or side squared. We know that all sides are of equal length. From this, we can work backwards by taking the square root of the area to find the length of one side. For example, find the area of square with side 5 cm. Area is side times side. So 5 cm times 5 cm is equal to 25 square cm. If the area of the square is 100 square cm, what is the length of one side of the square? To find this side we should find the square root of the area. The square root of 100 is equal to 10 cm.
And now we will learn how to find the volume and the total surface area of a cube. All the faces of the cube are in square shape and have equal dimensions. So to get the volume of a cube is side times side times side or side cubed. To get the side is find the cube root of the volume. How about the total surface area? Total surface area is a measure of the total area occupied by the surface of the object, which is equal to the area of all faces of the net. Since a cube has 6 equal sides, so the total surface area of a cube is 6 times the area of a square. To get the area of a square is side times side, so 6 times side times side. For example, if the length of the sides of the cube is 4 cm, find the volume and the total surface area. To get the volume is side times side times side or 4 cubed. 4 times 4 times 4 is equal to 64 cubic cm. Then to find the total surface area is 6 times side times side. So 6 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So 6 times 16 is equal to 96 square cm. And then how to find the length of an edge of a cube? Given that the volume of a cube is 216 cubic cm, what is the length of any one of its sides? So to get the side is find the cube root of the volume. The cube root of 216 is equal to 6 cm. To find the area of a rectangle is length times breadth. So for example, if the length is 6 and the breadth is 2 cm, find the area. Length times breadth, so 6 cm times 2 cm is equal to 12 square cm. The length and the breadth are in cm, so the area is shown in square cm. Next, find the length of rectangle whose breadth is 5 cm and area is 90 square cm. To get the area is length times breadth. "90 is equal to the length times 5. So to get the length is 90 divided by 5 is equal to 18 cm. And the next question is find the breadth of rectangle whose length is 200 cm and area is 10 square meters. This is square meter, this is cm. So we should convert cm to m. So 200 divided by 100 is equal to 2 meters. To get the area is equal to length times breadth. The area is 10 square meters. The length is 2 meters, then how to find the breadth? So the breadth is 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5 meters. Therefore, the breadth of the rectangle is 5 meters. Here is a cuboid. A cuboid has 6 faces. The faces opposite each other are equal. To get the volume of a cuboid is length times breadth times height. The total surface area of a cuboid is the sum of all its surfaces. In order to find the total surface area of a cuboid, we need to add the area of all faces. The formula for the total surface area of a cuboid is 2 times the bottom and the top, so length times breadth, plus the left and the right side, breadth times height, plus the front and the back side, length times height. Remember that volume is measured in units cubed. For example, cubic cm, cubic meter, milliliter, liters, etc. And then the area is measured in units squared. For example, square millimeter, square centimeter, square meter, etc. For example, find the volume and the total surface area of this cuboid. To get the volume of a cuboid is length times breadth times height. So 12 cm times 10 cm times 8 cm is equal to 960 cubic cm. To get the total surface area, so 2 times the bottom and the top, 12 times 10, plus the left and the right, 10 times 8, and then the front and the back, 12 times 8. So 2 times 120 plus 80 plus 96. 2 times 296 is equal to 592 square cm. Another method to find the total surface area of a cuboid. We will find the area of the top and the bottom side of the cuboid. So there are 2 sides, so 2 times 12 times 10. Is equal to 240. And then the area of the left and the right side. So 2 times 10 times 8 is equal to 160. And then the area of the front and the back side. So 2 times 12 times 8 is equal to 192. So 240 plus 160 plus 192 is equal to 592 square cm. A 6 meters cube tank is full of water. An empty tank, the shape of a cuboid, has a base of length 10 meters and width 8 meters. The water is transferred from one tank to the other. Calculate the height of the water in the new tank. So the first, calculate the volume of water in the cube-shaped tank. So to get the volume is side times side times side. So 6 cubed is equal to 216 square meters. And then we will find the volume of the water in the cuboid-shaped tank. To get the volume is length times breadth times height. The volume is 216. The length is 10. The breadth is 8. Now we will find the height. So the height of the water level is 216 divided by 10 times 8 is equal to 2.7 meters. The length, breadth, and height of a cuboid is 11 cm, 6 cm, and 8 cm respectively. If the length of the side of the cube is 2 cm, how many 2 cm cubes can fill the cuboid? If you're working is dividing the volume of the cuboid with the volume of the 2 cm cube, so 11 times 6 times 8 is equal to 528 divided by 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8. So 528 divided by 8 is equal to 66 cubes. Your answer is incorrect. To solve this question, we should measure the length, breadth, and height of the container and the cube. Then divide the length, breadth, and height of the container with that of the cube respectively. So the length of the cuboid is 11 divided by the length of the cube is 2. 11 divided by 2 is equal to 5.5. Is equal to 5. The number is rounded down. Why? Because there are gaps that cannot fit it by the cubes. Now the breadth. 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. And the height, 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. So 5 times 3 times 4 is equal to 60 cubes. A cuboid with dimensions 9 cm by 7 cm by 8 cm has a volume of 378 cubic cm. Question A. Calculate the height of the cuboid. Given the volume of a cuboid is length times breadth times height. The volume is 378. The length is 9. The breadth is 7. Then how to find the height? To get the height is 378 divided by 9 times 7. 9 times 7 is 63, so 378 divided by 63 is equal to 6 cm. Question B. If the cuboid is melted to form a cube of length L cm, find the value of L. The volume of a cube is side times height times height. So that to get the side is find the cube root of the volume. So the cube root of 378 is equal to 7.23 cm. 3 significant figures. Question C. If the cuboid is melted to form cubes of length 3 cm, how many cubes can be obtained? To get the volume of a cube is side times side times side. So 3 times 3 times 3 is equal to 27 cubic cm. Therefore, number of cubes that can be obtained is 378 divided by 27 is equal to 14. Question D. Jane said if the cuboid is cut to form cubes of length 3 cm, the maximum number of cubes can be obtained will be the same as in question C. Is Jane correct? As we know that the cuboid, the length is 9 cm, the breadth is 7 cm, and the height is 6 cm. So to get the maximum number of cubes can be obtained is, we should divide the length, the breadth, and the height of the cuboid with that of cube. So 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. The breadth is 7 divided by 3 is equal to 2.3. Then round it down, equals to 2. And the height, 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. So the maximum number of cubes that can be obtained should be 3 times 2 times 2 is equal to 12. The internal dimensions of an open concrete rectangular tank are 180 cm by 120 cm by 80 cm. If the concrete has a thickness of 30 cm, find the volume of concrete used, leaving your answer in cubic meter. So first, we should find the internal volume. The length is 180. The breadth is 120. And the height is 80. Is equal to 1,728,000. And after that, find the external volume. The length is 30 plus 180 plus 30 is 240 times the breadth 30 plus 120 plus 30 is 180, and the height is 80 plus 30 is 110. So 240 times 180 times 110 is equal to 4,752,000. So the volume of the concrete used is 4,752,000 minus 1,728,000 is equal to 3,024,000 cubic cm. Then we convert it to cubic meters. Is equal to 3.024 cubic meters. Volume flow rate is the volume of fluid which passes per unit time. The equation for the volume flow rate looks like this. V stands for the volume, Q stands for the volume flow rate, while T stands for the time. To get the volume flow rate is volume divided by the time. To get the volume is volume flow rate times the time. And to get time is volume divided by the volume flow rate. A rectangle tank is a quarter filled with water as shown. It contains 2 liters of water. Question A. Find the height of the tank. There are 2 different methods to solve question A, so here is the first. The tank is a quarter filled with water. So 1 unit is the volume and 4 units is the capacity. The volume is 2 liters. If 1 unit is 2 liters, so 4 units is 4 times 2 is 8 liters. Convert 8 liters into cubic cm. Is equal to 8,000 cubic cm. So to get the height is 8,000 divided by the length is 10, the breadth is 20. So 8,000 divided by 200 is equal to 40 cm. And then the second method. As we know that the volume is 2 liters. Convert 2 liters into cubic cm. Is 2,000 cubic cm. The height of the water level is 2,000 divided by 10 times 20 is equal to 10 cm. The height of the water is 10 cm. So 1 out of 4, 1 unit is the height of the water level, while 4 units is the height of the tank. The height of the water level is 10 cm. This means 1 unit is 10 cm. How about 4 units? 4 times 10 is equal to 40 cm. Question B. Water flows into the tank at 3 liters per minute. How long will it take to fill the tank to the brim? The height of the tank is 40 cm, while the height of the water level is 10 cm. So the height of the tank to be filled is 40 minus 10 is equal to 30. To get the volume flow rate is volume divided by the time taken. So the volume of tank to be filled is length times breadth times height. The length is 10, the breadth is 20, and the height of tank to be filled is 30. Is equal to 6,000 cubic cm. The volume flow rate is 3 liters per minute. So we should convert 6,000 cubic cm into liters. Is equal to 6 liters. So the time taken is 6 liters divided by 3 liters per minute is equal to 2 minutes. The cross-section of a drain is rectangle 30 cm wide. If water 3.5 cm depth flows through the drain at the rate of 22 cm per second, how many liters of water will flow through in 1 minute? 22 cm per second means in 1 second, the water will flow through 22 cm along the drain. How about in 1 minute? 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 60 times 22 is equal to 1322 cm. So the amount of water that will flow through in 1 minute is 30 times 3.5 times 1320 is equal to 138,600 cubic cm. Then we will convert it to liters. Is equal to 138.6 liters. Now we will learn about the prism. This is a rectangle piece of cardboard. A large number of identical rectangle pieces of cardboard are stacked up to form a cuboid as shown here. The top and bottom pieces of cardboard are the bases of the cuboid. The bases are parallel to each other and are identical rectangles. A cuboid has a uniform cross-section. Any horizontal cross-section of the cuboid is parallel to the bases and is a rectangle that is identical to them. The faces, other than the bases, are the lateral faces of the cuboid. A cuboid is an example of a prism. A prism is a polyhedron, which means all faces are flat. How about a cylinder? A cylinder is not a prism. Why? Because it has curved sides. So, a polyhedron, no curved sides. Do you still remember the characteristic of a prism? A prism is a solid object with identical ends, flat faces, and the same cross-section along its length. A cross-section is the shape made by cutting straight across an object. The cross-section of this object is a triangle. It has the same cross-section along its length. So, it is a triangular prism. Another example. This is a pentagonal prism. So the cross-section is the shape of a pentagon. Here is a cuboid. So the cross-section is in the shape of a square. These particular prisms are called as right prism. Why? Because the lateral faces are perpendicular to the bases, while oblique prisms lean to one side or the other and the height is outside the prism. A prism is a three-dimensional figure with two congruent bases in parallel planes with rectangular lateral faces. The edges between the lateral faces are called lateral edges. All prisms are named by their bases. So, this prism is a triangular prism. This is a quadrilateral prism. This is a cube or square prism. This is a cuboid or rectangular prism. This is pentagonal prism. And this is hexagonal prism. Volume of prism is base area times height. For example, find the volume of the prism whose base is a parallelogram. To get the volume is base area times height. To get the area of a parallelogram is base times height. The base is 2, the height is 1. So 2 times 1 times the height of the prism is 6 is equal to 12 cubic meters. Find the volume of this prism. To get the volume is base area times height. base is a square. To get the area of a square is side times height. So 4 times 4 times the height of the prism, 10, is equal to 160 cubic cm. The volume of the prism is 151.2 cubic cm. Find the value of x. To get the volume is base area times height. The base is a triangle. So 151.2 is equal to get the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So x times 5.6 divided by 2 times the height of the prism is 12. We will move 12 to the left hand side. So 151.2 divided by 2 is equal to 12.6. So 12.6 is equal to x times 5.6 divided by 2. The right hand side is a fraction. So we will convert 12.6 as a fraction. So 12.6 out of 1. Then cross multiplying. 2 times 12 times 1 is equal to 25.2. And then 1 open bracket x times 5.6 close bracket is equal to x times 5.6. So to get x is 25.2 divided by 5.6 is equal to 4.5 cm. To find the total surface area of a prism is 2 times base area plus base perimeter times height of the prism. Now here, find the volume and the total surface area of this prism. This is a triangular prism. So to get the volume is base area times height. The base is a right-angled triangle. To get the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So 12 times 16 divided by 2 is 96. 96 times the height of the prism, 9 cm, is equal to 864 cubic cm. Then we will find the total surface area. It's 2 times base area plus base perimeter times height. The base area is 96. So 2 times 96 is equal to 192. The base perimeter. The base is a triangle. So the perimeter of the triangle is 12 plus 16 plus 20 is equal to 48. Times the height of the prism is 9. 48 times 9 is equal to 432. So 192 plus 432 is equal to 624 square cm. Another method to find the total surface area. This prism consists of 5 sides. There are 2 right-angled triangles and 3 rectangles. Now we will find the area of each side. To find the area of 2 triangles is 2 times base times height divided by 2. So 12 times 16 divided by 2 is equal to 96 times 2 is equal to 192. To get the area of a rectangle is length times breadth. So 12 times 9 is 108. 9 times 16 is 144. 9 times 20 is equal to 180. So the total surface area is equal to 624 square cm. Find the volume and the total surface area of this triangular prism. To get the volume is base area times height. Base is an isosceles triangle. To get the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. 6 times 4 divided by 2 is equal to 12. So 12 is the base area times the height of the prism is 15. 12 times 15 is equal to 180 cubic cm. To find the total surface area is 2 times base area plus the base perimeter times height. The base area is 12, so 2 times 12 is equal to 24. And then to get the base perimeter is 6 plus 5 plus 5 is equal to 16 times the height of the prism is 15. 16 times 15 is equal to 240. So 24 plus 240 is equal to 264 square cm. Find the volume and the total surface area of this prism. To find the volume is base area times height. This is the base area. They are a rectangle and a triangle. So to get the base area is find the area of the triangle plus the area of the rectangle times the height of the prism. The area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So 4 times 3 divided by 2 is equal to 6. The area of a rectangle is base times height. So 6 times 5 is equal to 30. 6 plus 30 is equal to 36. So 36 is the base area times the height of the prism is 4.5. So 36 times 4.5 is equal to 162 cubic cm. And how to find the total surface area? It's 2 times base area plus base perimeter times height. The base area is 36. So 2 times 36 is equal to 72. To get the base perimeter is 5 plus 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 24 times the height of the prism is 4.5. 24 times 4.5 is equal to 108. So 72 plus 108 is equal to 180 square cm. A cylinder is a solid object with two identical flat ends that are circular or elliptical, and one curved side. It has a uniform circular cross-section. From base to top, the shape stays the same. A cylinder is not a polyhedron, as it has a curved surface. When the two ends are directly aligned on each other, it is a right cylinder. Otherwise, it is an oblique cylinder. To find the volume of a prism is base area times height. All prisms are named by their bases. So this is called as a triangular prism. This is a pentagonal prism. Let's learn how to find the volume of a cylinder by comparing a cylinder with a prism that has a regular polygonal base. In many ways, a cylinder is like a prism. However, a cylinder is not a prism because the base of a prism must be a polygon. Since a cylinder is like a prism, so the formula for the volume of a cylinder should be the same as the formula for the volume of a prism. The volume of a cylinder is base area times height. The base is a circle. To find the area of a circle is pi times radius times radius. To get the volume of a cylinder is pi times radius times the height of the cylinder. The diameter of the base of a cylinder is 14 cm, and its height is half of its base radius. Find the volume of the cylinder. To find the volume of a cylinder is base area times height. The base is a circle, so the area of a circle is pi times radius times radius. The diameter is 14. So the radius is 14 divided by 2 is equal to 7. So pi times 7 squared times 3.5 is equal to 539 cubic cm. 3 significant figures. A pipe of radius 2.8 cm discharges water at a rate of 3 meters per second. Find the volume of water discharged per minute, giving your answer in liters. Since water is discharged through the pipe at a rate of 3 meters per second, this means 300 cm per second. So in 1 second, the volume of water discharged is the volume of water that fills the pipe to a length of 300 cm. So in 1 second, the volume of water discharged is base area times height. So pi times radius squared times height is pi times 2.8 squared times 300 is equal to 2352 pi cubic cm. Leave intermediate working in terms of pi for better accuracy. In 1 minute, volume of water discharge is 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So the volume times 60. 2352 pi times 60 is equal to 443,000 cubic cm. 3 significant figures. And then we will convert it to liters. Is equal to 443 liters. A pipe of diameter 0.036 meter discharges water at a rate of 1.6 meters per second into a cylindrical tank with a base radius of 3.4 meters and a height of 1.4 meters. Find the time required to fill the tank, giving your answer correct to the nearest minute. The diameter is 0.036, so the base radius is 0.018. In 1 second, volume of water discharged is base area times height, so pi times 0.018 squared times 1.6 is equal to 0.0005184 pi cubic cm. And then find the volume of the cylindrical tank is pi times 3.4 squared times 1.4 is equal to 16.184 pi cubic cm. So, the time required to fill the tank is 16.184 pi divided by 0.0005184 pi is equal to 31,219.1358 seconds is equal to 520 minutes to the nearest minute. The net of the cylinder consists of 2 circles and 1 rectangle. To find the total surface area of the cylinder, we need to know the area of the 2 circles and that of the rectangle. So, the total surface area of a cylinder is 2 times base area plus curved surface area. The base is a circle. The area of a circle is pi times radius times radius. So 2 times base area, 2 times pi times radius plus 2 times pi times radius times height is equal to 2 times pi times radius times, open bracket, radius plus the height of the cylinder, close bracket. Now look at this example. A cylinder has height 5 cm and radius 3 cm. Find the volume and the surface area. To find the volume is base area times height. So, pi times radius times the height of the cylinder. Pi times 3 squared times 5 is equal to 141.37 cubic cm. Then, to find the total surface area is 2 times base area plus the curved surface area. So 2 times pi times 3 squared plus 2 times pi times 3 times 5 is equal to 150.8 square cm. A closed cylindrical container has a base radius of 5 cm and a height of 12 cm. Question A. Find the total surface area of the container. There are 2 circles and the curved surface. So to get the total surface area is 2 times base area plus the curved surface area. 2 times pi times the radius is 5 times 5 plus 12. 5 plus 12 is 17. So 17 times 10 pi is equal to 170 pi is equal to 534 square cm. 3 significant figures. Question B. The lid of the container is now removed. The exterior of the cylinder, including the base, is painted yellow. Express the area of the container that is painted as a percentage of the total surface area found in A. So the surface area is 1 times base area plus curved surface area is equal to pi times 5 squared plus 2 times pi times 5 times 12. So 25 pi plus 120 pi is equal to 145 pi square cm. So the required percentage is 145 pi out of 170 pi times 100% is equal to 85.3%. To 3 significant figures. Volume of composite solids. There are two shapes. This is the rectangular prism and half cylinder. So to find the volume is, we will find the volume of the rectangular prism, length times breadth times height. So 32 times 12 times 18 is equal to 6,912 plus the volume of the half cylinder. So half cylinder is 1/2 times base area times height. So 1/2 times pi times radius squared times the height of the cylinder. So 1/2 times pi times 6 squared times the height of the cylinder is 32 is equal to 576 pi plus 6,912 is equal to 8,720 cubic cm. This is 3 significant figures. Another method to find the volume is cross-sectional area of the solid times the height. The cross-sectional area of the solid consists of a semicircle and a rectangle. To get the area of the semicircle is 1/2 times pi times radius plus the area of the rectangle is length times breadth. So 1/2 times pi times 6 squared plus 12 times 18 is equal to 216 plus 18 pi. So the cross-sectional area of the solid is 18 pi plus 216 times the height of the prism, 32, is equal to 8,720 cubic cm. Now we will find the total surface area of these composite solids. This figure consists of two areas of region A. In region A, there are a rectangle and a semicircle, and then two area of region B. Region B is a rectangle, and then area of the base is the rectangle, and then the curved surface area. 2 times area of region A is 2 times length times breadth, 12 times 18 plus the area of the semicircle is 1/2 times pi times radius times radius. So 1/2 times pi times 6 times 6. So the total is equal to 432 plus 36 pi. And then 2 times area of region B, 2 times the area of rectangle. Area of the rectangle is length times breadth. So 32 times 18 times 2 is equal to 1152. And then the area of the base is the rectangle. 32 times 12 is equal to 384. And then the curved surface area is 1/2 times 2 times pi times radius times height is 1/2 times 2 times pi times 6 times 32 is equal to 192 pi. So the total surface area is equal to 1968 plus 228 pi is equal to 2680 square cm. 3 significant figures. On 5th January 2015, 69.8 millimeters of rainfall was recorded over an area of 32 square kilometers. If the rainwater falling onto the area was drained through 2 channels, each with a cross-sectional area of 18 square meters at a rate of 26.4 meters per second, find the time to the nearest minute required for the channels to drain off the rain. So the first step is we should convert 69.9 millimeters into meters. So it's equal to 0.0698 meters. And after that, we will convert 32 square kilometers into square meters. So it's equal to 32 million square meters. And after that, the volume of rain is 32 million times 0.0698 is equal to 2,233,600 cubic meters. And then the volume of each channel is 18 times 26.4 is equal to 475.2 cubic meters. So the question is asking, find the time. Then the time required for the channels to drain off the rain is 2,233,600 divided by 2 times 475.2 is equal to 2,350.2 seconds. This is 5 significant figures. Shown below is a prism. The cross-section is a parallelogram. Find the volume of the prism. To find the volume of a prism is base area times height. The cross-section is a parallelogram. So the base area is the parallelogram. How to find the area is base times height. The base is 9 cm, while the height is 4 cm. So the base area is 9 times 4 is equal to 32 square cm. Base area times height. The height of the prism is 14 cm. So 32 times 14 is equal to 504 cubic cm.
Find the volume of the trapezoidal prism with given dimensions. To find the volume of a prism is base area times height of the prism. The cross-section is a trapezium. To find the area of a trapezium we should find the sum of parallel lines divided by 2 times the height of the trapezium. So 6 plus 8 divided by 2 times the height of the trapezium is 5. 6 plus 8 is 14 divided by 2 is 7 times 5 is equal to 35. To get the volume of a prism is base area times height of the prism. The base area is 35 times the height of the prism is 12 cm. 35 times 12 is equal to 420 cubic cm.
Find the volume and the total surface area of the triangle prism with given dimensions. To find the volume is base area times height of the prism. The cross-section of this prism is a triangle. The base of the triangle is 24, while the height is 7. To find the area of a triangle is 1/2 times base times height of the triangle. So 1/2 times 24 times 7 is equal to 84. So 84 is the base area. Volume of the prism is base area times height of the prism. The height of the prism is 22 meters. So 84 times 22 is equal to 1,848 cubic meters. And now we will find the total surface area. To find the total surface area is 2 times base area plus the base perimeter times height of the prism. The base area is 84. So 2 times 84 is equal to 168 plus the base perimeter. The base of the triangle is 24 and the height of the triangle is 7. Now we will find the longest side of this triangle. So the square root of 24 squared plus 7 squared is equal to 576 plus 49 is equal to 625. The square root of 625 is equal to 25. So the base perimeter of this triangle is 24 plus 25 plus 7 is equal to 56. 56 times the height of the prism is 22. 56 times 22 is equal to 1,232. 168 plus 1,232 is equal to 1,400 square meters. Another method to find the total surface area is we should count how many sides are there. There are 5 sides, 2 triangles, and 3 rectangles. Here is the first rectangle. This is the second rectangle. And here is the third rectangle. There are 2 triangles. To find the area of a triangle is 1/2 times base times height. There are 2 triangles. So 2 times 1/2 times the base is 24 and the height of the triangle is 7. So this is equal to 168. To find the area of a rectangle is length times breadth. So this is 22 times 7 is equal to 154. 22 times 25 is equal to 550, and the last one, 22 times 24 is equal to 528. So the total surface area is 168 plus 154 plus 550 plus 528 is equal to 1,400 square meters.
Shown below is a prism. The cross-section area is 21 square cm. The prism has a length of 6 cm. Find the volume of the prism. To find the volume of the prism is base area times height of the prism. The cross-section area is 21 square cm times the height of the prism is 6 cm. 21 times 6 is equal to 126 cubic cm. That's all from me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.